Yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu. So in today's class, the topic that we are going to be covering today is inverse proportions. All right. So now, just like we had solved direct proportion, in order to solve inverse proportion, you have two methods as well. One method is called straight multiplication. In direct proportions, you had cross multiplication. In inverse proportion, you have straight multiplication. And the other is using the formula, which is y is equals to k upon x. If y is inversely proportional to x, you will write y is equals to k upon x. Now let us jump into the questions. So you have question 2 on the left hand side of the screen. It says 8 men build a bridge in 12 days. Find the time taken for 6 men to build the same bridge. So over here you will write men, and over here you will write days. So it took 8 men how many days? 12 days. Find the time taken for 6 men to build the same bridge. So we don't know how many days it took, so we will write x. So now what we are going to do, we are going to simply straight multiply, not cross multiply, but what we will do, straight multiply. So this is 12 multiplied by
So the
8 is
first
equals to
method is
16.
sorry to cut you off, sir, but the straight method, the first method is straight multiplication. The second one is
Formula.
formula, and that formula is y equals to k upon x.
Y is equals to k upon x if y is directly proportional to x. Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
open my video as well so that yeah. So moving on, this becomes x is equals to 12 multiplied by 8 divided by 6. All right. So now that means x is equals to 16. So direct inverse proportion is what? When one thing increases, the other decreases. All right. Or when one thing decreases, the other increases. So you can see when the number of men decreased, the days automatically increased, which is quite logical as well. All right. So this was straight multiplication method. Now we will solve it using the formula. So as you can see, question number 3, what does question number 3 says? Question number 3 says if x is inversely proportional to y, that means x is equals to k upon y. So x is equals to 40 and y is equals to 5. First of all, always find the equation. Now in this question, finding the equation is part 2, but for our ease, we will solve part 2 first and find the equation. So the value of x is 40 is equals to k upon 5. Alright. So now what will happen? K is equals to 40 multiplied by 5. So 40 multiplied by 5 is your 200. So your equation is x is equals to 200 upon y. Now let's solve part 1 then. In part 1 it says the value of x and y is equals to 25. X is equals to, instead of k write what? 200, and instead of y write what? 25. So x is equals to what? 200 divided by 25. So x is equals to 8. Easy. Part 3, the value of y when x is equals to 400. Alright, so instead of x write 400, 400 is equals to 200 divided by what? Divided by y. Y will go up here and 400 will go down, come down here. Y is equals to 200 divided by 400. So y is equals to 0.5. And hence within, I guess, 1.5 minutes you solve the whole question. That's how easy this topic is. Now moving on, we will do a different type of inverse question, inverse proportion. So on the left hand side of the screen, you can see that you are given question number 1, and question number 1 says if x is inversely proportional to y cube and x is equals to 50 when y is equals to 2. So now we'll just simply write down the equation, which is what? X is equals to k upon y cube, because x is inversely proportional to y cube, not y. So let's find the equation. So in this question it's part 2, but we'll find the equation first. We are doing question 1. So x is 50. 50 is equals to k upon y cube. So y, which is 2 cube. Alright. 50 is equals to k upon 8. 8 will be multiplied with 50. K is equals to 50 multiplied by 8. Alright. 50 multiplied by 8 is 400. So your equation is x is equals to 400 upon y cube. Alright. Let's do part 1 now, which says find the value of x when y is equals to 4. So x is equals to, what's the value of k? 400 upon 4 cube. Alright. So x is equals to 400 divided by 64, because 4 cube is how much? 4 cube is 64. So 400 divided by 64 would give you an answer of 6.25. Now let's do part 3. Calculate the value of y when x is equals to 3.2. So instead of x, write 3.2 is equals to 400 upon y cube. Alright. Y cube will go up here and 3.2 will come down here. Y cube is equals to 400 divided by 3.2. Alright. So 400 divided by 3.2 is 125. Y cube is equals to 125. Cube root both the sides. We are doing this so that this cube gets cancelled out. Alright. So y is equals to 5. And hence you're done with the question. That's it for today's class. Looking forward to seeing you in the next class, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum and take care.